Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Today I'm playing with Tomb Raider Remastered.
I'm playing Tomb Raider Remastered. Hello, everyone.
A voice out of nowhere. Maybe I'm going crazy.
Yeah, my camera still doing his thing. It seems that every
and
time when I'm testing the camera before stream, it's okay. Then just when we start the stream, it's dying. So
I'm convinced it's your USB cable dying.
Then this is a big problem because I have a really long USB cable. So I will need to find a solution.
Yeah. Now, before the stream started, we were talking about office chairs and chairs in general. Since I went to IKEA today for inspiration, and I found myself a new chair. Now, there is something about office chairs that's very scary. Let me just say that pistons can fail. And there is a piston in most office chairs to move it up and down. These pistons can fail so dramatically. There are actual recorded deaths that the tube which is connected to the piston shot up through the ass of people.
Okay, let's not start with something like this. Yeah, I'm not using this kind of chairs anymore because they are taking a lot of space, and I made a setup in which I can use my computer from my couch, so it's the best.
That's very good.
And when I'm playing close to the computer where I have the retro computer, with the CRT and the other 4x3 LCD, I'm playing on a plain chair, and it's fine.
That's good. But hello, Chris. Indeed, Lara Croft looks more manly today.
Yeah, yeah, this is my camera dying. Let's move you up here, maybe. It's better. And yeah, let's see where we were. We are at the beginning of an interesting level.
Yeah,
we finally finished the water
or
levels.
about to finish.
No. We finished the water levels.
Oh, yeah, no, I was confusing with yesterday for a moment. That we finished the snow levels.
The snow levels in Commandos, yeah.
And now Tomb Raider's gonna be, fuck you, here are other snow levels.
Yeah, I hope everything is okay with the sound and the image. Let us know if it's not. Hello, Chris. I'm glad you are with us tonight.
Indeed.
And let's see. This is considered one of the best Tomb Raider, at least Tomb Raider 2 levels.
Yeah, when you started to say that, I wanted to say yesterday, and my following statements is going to be 100% my own statements. But one of my least favorite games from the original 5 Tomb Raider games is Tomb Raider 2. While I find the story premise very interesting, I feel that it's not very engaging enough. Now, thankfully, after the middle, near the near the end, it gets a lot more engaging since it goes more into the mystery of the artifact. or more into the lore of the artifact, since Lara Croft is not, in my opinion, it's not James Bond or Sam Fish from Splinter Cell, where you infiltrate bases and take over enemy things. That's why the office levels in Tomb Raider 5 Chronicles don't do it for me either.
Yeah, but
So
Tomb Raider Chronicles basically is a collection of levels. It's nothing which
yeah,
is glued like it should be, my opinion.
but it's something that works. Since it's, to a degree, it's glued because of the people recounting stories of Lara.
Yeah, it's forced. But
It's
yeah,
forced, yes, but it works.
not for me. I didn't enjoy it all. For me, it's the weakest one from the first 5.
I'm gonna admit it's the first Tomb Raider game I played.
Okay, that's another discussion then. Yep.
But I enjoyed words. I sometimes enjoy more short stories than an overly long story. But that depends on when you catch me. That answer can change.
Okay, then regarding what you said earlier, we are basically past the bad part of Tomb Raider 2.
Yeah, in my opinion. Now, the first part has a lot of potential, but the focus was too much on the antagonists' men and infiltrating their base and their ship.
Fuck.
Maybe move me a little bit down so people can see Lara's health during play, since now I'm mostly covering the health bar.
Okay. Wait a minute. We still have another. One moment. Here?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Where is that other motherfucker of a bird? There it is.
Okay. We need to get up there, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Now, my inner critic is coming up. Like, with these slanted slopes here in Tomb Raider, especially in the first Tomb Raiders, you never know if it's a climbable and walkable slope, or if it's going to be a slippery slope where you slide off. That's something that sometimes confuses me, especially in custom levels.
I'm waiting for the first custom levels, which will be playable under this version of games of engine, basically.
I think it will take some time. I won't expect them this year.
Okay. I need to open that door somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look. we've been here. There is nothing.
I will actually Google something now to make sure I'm not going to eat my words.
Hmm.
The the biggest issue is that this engine is completely closed source, and the Tomb Raider level editor, where most custom levels are made in, has been officially released with Tomb Raider 5. So yeah,
I don't know. I remember I read something that they are intending to provide a version of editor this engine.
that's actually what I'm looking at.
So it's true, no?
Excuse me?
It's true. This information that I had.
Yeah. Chris is asking about the physical release of the trilogy. I think you didn't you order one?
No, because there will be multiple releases for the game. The first one will be, it's already sold out. It was from limited run. So basically, you had a normal version, a deluxe version, which came with a steelbook, I guess, and an art book, maybe. A collector's edition, which is really big and expensive, around $200. All the versions are
God
available
damn, that's
for
expensive.
Switch, PlayStation 4, 5, and Xbox Series. But this is for the North American version. The reason I didn't order it is that in Europe we'll have also a version, basically two versions, a normal version and a deluxe version, also with a steelbook and artbook. And they are more affordable in Europe, so I will order the European deluxe edition, probably on Switch. But again, it's available for all platforms. It will
Very
be
impressive.
released in September, that version.
Now, I have been looking into custom levels in this engine, and from what I'm reading on developer forums is that people are not really enjoying creating levels for this because they need to double their texture creation efforts.
You mean for the both versions?
Yeah.
I mean classical and this, no?
Yeah, since apparently it are two different texture files.
Yeah, it's clear. Anyway, it's looking really good, so I would enjoy playing some custom levels. I'm sure there will be at some level,
And
at some point.
if you don't make custom textures for your level for either the old school or the new school version. I
It
will
doesn't
say
work.
it like that. It does work, but it goes all gray.
Okay.
I just linked a video in chat, but it abbreviates, so I can't show it up as a comment here. And it actually shows a Periflic modder doing a test, but reading from his description is I will just read the description here. This is just a test video of me testing what can be done with the remasters. So regarding Tomb Raider level editor, I had most of them simply not working, but there were one or two that I got working from the Tomb Raider 1 custom levels, and that aren't a lot. One of the custom levels was Sabatu's Tomb Raider 1. Now, as you can see, I can get the level running on the remasters, but it's missing most of the textures. I think it's a good indication that we can play Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 custom levels in the future, but don't take my word for it. If you want to replicate what is shown in this video, download the package and copy gym.phd into remasters 1 data folder. Now that it's in the same folder, delete the files gymmap, gym.ppd, and gym.trg. So you not only need to place the correct level file, but also remove other level files. So it gets way more involved than what you can do when you download custom levels. Is just download an executable and run it. You don't need even to have the game to be able to play the custom levels. It's just like if you would download the game from itch.io.
Yeah, still, even so, I'm pretty sure that in time we'll have some custom levels for this engine. It will be a shame not to have, in my opinion. I mean, look at the difference.
Yeah, but I think people are looking at the fact that now we have a normal Tomb Raider level editor, and let's be honest, besides the upgraded visuals, what does this engine bring more to the table?
The controls.
Well, you can already change that in the latest fan versions of Tomb Raider level editor. You can even make custom jumps.
I don't know. I tried all the custom levels, but
That's impossible. But
no, oh, some. Sorry, some of the
yeah.
custom levels, but the controls are not like here. I mean, it's the only version with modern controls, and as I told you, once you get used with them, you can't go back, in my opinion, to tank controls.
That's true. That's true.
So this is a big advantage.
But the reason I'm asking that question is there should be enough reasons for developers to jump ship. Since it's possible that they need to learn a whole new skill set to develop levels. Like this summer, I am playing a lot of ROM hacks of the Pokemon games and Legend of Zelda games. excuse me, and I looked up some tutorials, and some parts of hacking Pokemon Ruby is just straight up changing binary and hexadecimal addresses in the ROM.
No!
So, and to be clear, I'm not making a case here that it's not gonna happen or that it's too difficult to happen. I am making a case here to say that it wouldn't surprise me if people don't focus on making sure their levels run on this engine.
No, probably not. But we will have some custom levels, maybe not the same, and I don't
It
need
wouldn't surprise me.
to jump on doing only this kind of levels. Maybe they
Yeah.
will coexist.
I think that would be the nicest thing, since that would give people who are used to this the current way of making levels.
You know, the interesting thing is that the old versions, Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, the classic ones on which were released on PlayStation, the PlayStation version, will be re-released at the end of this month on Evercade, also physically.
Nice, nice. Hey, Clement, look who we have in chat. Way to thank textures. I mean, COVID.
Way to dunk or dark?
Dank.
Hello, Kovic.
I think he meant to say dark at the moment, but I can also understand of the whole discussion we were having that it's way too dank textures. But yeah, we discussed this in previous streams as well. I think this is just a death trap.
Maybe I can escape.
Yeah, you can escape, but I think this is just like he meant dank. Yeah, I can totally understand Kovic, and I agree. It's a bit.
Okay, I'm not sure I can escape.
It's like I said in the beginning of this whole discussion that making levels in this engine is doubling the texture work.
I saw that
And
Kovic just played a new level, a custom level in Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, but I didn't knew in time to see the stream. I will watch it. I don't know what's...
has it already released?
I don't know. I've seen his stream.
I saw on Discord that Ergon was working on it. Maybe he got, since if memory serves me correctly, Kovic offered to help Ergon to get it coded and everything. So it wouldn't surprise me it's a beta test. But if it's released, I'm sorry, Kovic, I'm not gonna watch your stream. I'm gonna play it myself first, and then I'm gonna watch your stream. You attempted to play the level. It did release.
Oh, okay. But it doesn't work.
Okay. No. There was an announcement. Something I missed. Kovic, is the announcement in the usual channel? Or is it in another channel? Oh, you had nothing to do with the development. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I read Then I read some conversations very diagonally and misinterpreted it. So sorry for that one. But I'm now scrolling through. All right. Oh, I noticed why I didn't see it yet. It released while we were streaming, Clement.
Yesterday, no?
Yeah. No. Today at midnight. And I haven't caught up with all my Discord notifications. So thank you for saying that, Clement Kovic, that it released. If you are watching this stream and don't know what we are talking about, is Kovic is a very good friend of Clement and I, and he is also a great speedrunner when it comes to Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. We are very big fans of that game. He has a lot of records in the Nintendo 64 and the PC version. I used to run the PC version, but I got a bit discouraged is not the exactly correct word, but Kovic optimized the shit out of it, and I don't really enjoy the runs anymore. It's a personal thing, but with that said, if Kovic optimizes a level, unless a new strategy is found or you do some god gamer shit, you are not gonna beat his time. Believe me. He knows what he is doing in terms of speedrunning. And he also has quite a lot of technical knowledge, so I am not hesitating when he says that strategy is faster or doesn't save any time. So he really knows what he is doing. And now I mostly do the Game Boy Color version because it's a jank version of the game, let's be honest, but it's a very interesting one. And it's also a very nice one to find strategies to beat it faster. It's a very movement-dependent speedrun. But yeah. And ever since we did ever since we really started streaming and uploading more speedruns, it might be coincidence, but more content started to get created of the game, and some modders came into the Discord server. Our Discord server started to get some more popularity. I think we have like 120 members at least, and modders are now creating custom content.
God.
So, Blue, we need German efficiency. Das Deutsche auf Deutsch. Auf jeden Fall.
Hello,
Okay.
Blue, welcome.
Some cryptic level design, Kovic. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. If there is one thing I love, is solving puzzles. Like, what you saw yesterday is I haven't played Commandos quite a lot. Now, saying that Clement knows Commandos true and true is very close to the truth.
No, it's I love the game, but I didn't play the game since 98. So.
But yesterday I taught him a few tricks. Yeah, I think what's his name again? Osus. Videos on the history did quite a lot to pop it off. What I also noticed is when Kovic did the tool assistant speedrun of the Game Boy Color version and got it released on TSA.net, I think it was. In any case, I don't remember the exact website, but it's a big speedrunning website for tool-assisted runs. Yeah, it also started to pop off. So I think we just had the luck that a lot of good content came out, and we rode the wave towards a bigger community. And if that level has come out, shall we stream it, Clement?
I think we need to wait a bit.
Yeah, I don't mean stop Tomb Raider today and start streaming it now or streaming it tomorrow. I'm not saying that, but
no, in terms that maybe it's not ready for stream, it's not completable. I understand that Kovic didn't finish it, no?
I have no idea what to interact with to further progress. It's either bugged or there is some very cryptic level design. It's not finished. It's not been finished by somebody, so we don't know if it's bugged.
Come on.
Sorry that I'm laughing, but the visuals of the muzzle flash staying at the tip and the gun rotating while Lara is jumping, always pointing to the ground, is just so funny.
Okay, so now they didn't came anymore. They said you are too bad, so we're not gonna come again after you. Okay, thank you, game.
Like
okay, now they came.
like it was almost like yesterday where two soldiers in commandos were like, we fuck off from the map, never to return.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I'm actually Googling it, and it hasn't happened. So what we experienced yesterday is something not really documented. Before you found some crazy speedrunning trick.
No. Now it is documented because we have the recording, no?
Yeah. Now I have been playing also the game I bought yesterday, called Shadow's Gambit: The Cursed Crew. And holy shit, is it fun. let me just say, if you enjoyed the mechanics in Desperados 3, you're gonna love Shadow Gambit's The Cursed Crew. The definition of
Okay.
bringing a knife to a gunfight
I don't like it.
and almost winning. In today's case, I would throw a bomb in there.
Okay, much better. Okay, new key.
Blue screen, shut up. Not this again. No, no, no. You know what I'm gonna say? If you start a counter for each time I say Desperados, I'm gonna start a counter for each time you make a lame pun in chat. I think we are gonna be equal at the end of the night.
Okay,
for the
so
record,
why did I came
blue
here?
and for the record, blue, Clement and I are good friends. This is just teasing.
Okay. This should
Now
be
we
opened,
can
I
make
guess.
we can make this stream also very interesting. I don't know if we can talk about it, to which degree, so I will say it like this, Clement and I are working on an article about Tomb Raider. Now, are you also going to talk about Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or?
No, only the first three.
The first three. So, I can. Clement asked me to co-write the article to teach him a bit how I personally work and write articles. And I think it can be fun now in our Tomb Raider streams to give a bit of insight how what I look at while playing the games to make mental notes or notes for my articles. Would that be something fun or something that will kill the stream?
Well, not for me. I mean, for me, will not kill it. I mean,
can you repeat that since I don't really?
no, for me, it will not kill it. This is what I mean.
Okay. Since I first understood it will not clear it, and I was like, what are you saying, Clement?
That's possible, and I was thinking about your notes. For sure, I cannot make mental notes because I cannot remember anything nowadays. So I'm too old. So basically, I need to do classic
But
notes.
you remember
notes.
things quite well.
From
Look
the
at the
past.
Exit 8 stream.
From the past, I remember things, but
Okay.
my memory is full, so I cannot add anything.
I also have the blessing of Chris in chat. So now something it depends on what exactly you want to write about or what you want your article to focus about. If you want to write up a straight up review, then I mostly have an order of things in mind I want to talk about. And something I love to talk about first is the story and the setting / atmosphere of the game, and also the voice acting, since that's mostly one package in my mind. So knowing that it's mostly looking at not only how the story is told through cutscenes, but how the game, like this environment, also tells parts of the story. A lot of Tomb Raider games tell story through play. So now we get a story that a giant statue is standing in a temple, and we need to do something with it. Now, what it would tell me is in my review, what I would write in my review is that a lot of camera movement is used to indicate to the player what they need to do to progress in the game.
Yeah.
Now,
The case with Tomb Raider games is that they are pretty old and pretty known. So I think I want to do something more based on the technology they used, the importance of the games at that moment, and of course some nostalgia more than than a classic review.
yeah. Now, nostalgia can be very broad. One time I wrote a total retrospective where another blogger or another content creator took took one game in the series and wrote or made a video on them, and I created a hub article where you can go explore all the other content. But I am certain that's not what you want to create. So something I would keep in mind here is a note I would make is looking at how the game is designed in general, like how does the save system work? Since when we played the original Tomb Raider via Open Lara, we had save crystals. But if you look at the PC version, you don't have them. You just have the normal save system like you have here. And I would start to focus on those kind of things. And if your memory is full, can I insert another memory card? Stealing a joke from Blue.
Usually the solution is to delete something from the memory. But
I know what you mean.
It seems that I don't have that option anymore.
Now, I would personally, what also can be interesting is comparing versions. I would be so insane to play through the Game Boy Color version or the Game Boy. Was it the Game Boy Color or Game Boy? No, the Game Boy Color version of the first Tomb Raider game.
There isn't, because the game on Game Boy Color it's completely different. It has nothing to do with, and it came out much later, 99 or 2000, I don't know. So it's basically another game. It's not like comparing versions.
Yeah, but an article I have been playing with but didn't find a good enough angle yet is actually comparing the level structure of Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine on the Game Boy Color and the PC/N64 versions. Since they have a lot of similar level structure. and they hit the same beats in a lot of areas.
That's another situation there, because it is the same game with the same story and the same levels, but of course made completely different because of the differences between the platforms. But in case of Tomb Raider, a game like this one is maybe Tomb Raider Legend, because it had a mobile version also.
Yeah.
But the games from Game Boy Color are completely different, are other games in the series, basically.
Notice what I'm doing here is thinking out loud at what could be interesting topics. Since if you tell me to that you want to write an article about the first 3 or 5 Tomb Raider games, it's a very very broad net. It's like saying you want to write an article on the Legend of Zelda series or the Pokemon series. The first thing you need to do is to narrow your scope. A big issue I run across sometimes even is that when I want to write an article about multiple games, it's going out of scope. And making a very broad article that's not interesting enough for people. Since that's one of the main issues of the modern Pokemon games, also in my opinion. That's a perfect example. They they went so broad to try to appeal to everybody, causing you to appeal to nobody, basically. Since it doesn't have enough depth. And that's why I'm very happy that you also said you want to include some nostalgia, since something I notice when I'm writing and also when I'm streaming with you is when either of us is telling stories or noticing things about games, cats get very active. Like when we were talking about the save system earlier, Blue said in chat that they even changed the save system in Tomb Raider 2 on PS1. So those kind of things are also interesting to explore.
Yeah, because it was a really interesting thing they did for the consoles back then. I mean, you could save anywhere, also on PlayStation 1, which was really nice. So you didn't have had the crystals like you have in Tomb Raider 1 and 3.
Yeah, I think something
Maybe because it
very
was too hard. I don't know.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you have it. If you give me one moment. I also think you own that book about 20 years of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, of course. I know. I have it.
I would skim through it. I'm talking about this book. I'm showing it on my camera on stream here. That would be an amazing resource to start, since I know there is some development history in there, and it would be a great place to start. Now, I recently shared an empty Google Docs with you, and how I usually do collabs is having an empty Google Docs with the person I'm collabing with, and in that Google Docs, we just start writing loose sentences or words or ideas like the fact that you said I want to write about the first few Tomb Raider games, their history, their influence in the gaming industry, and some nostalgia. Just writing that is a great place to start, since the more concrete you start to make something, the easier it will become to actually write. Something I experience is the more vague I leave the idea or the concept of the article, the more boring it becomes to write, or the more difficult it becomes to write. If that makes any sense.
Uh,
That I didn't expect either.
uh,
Now, you earlier said nostalgia. You mean memories from when you were playing the games originally?
um, yeah, of course, and also
Mhm.
the atmosphere back then in the gaming scene, let's say. I want to try to explain how much was the impact of these games then
On you or on the gaming industry?
on me, and also on the gaming industry, and
Okay,
why
then
it was such a big
um,
impact.
then I'm gonna ask a befriended blogger of mine if she still has the article, since with the rebrand of her website, she deleted it off her website. But a very interesting article I can give you as a reference point then is
Mm.
of the Legend of Zelda retrospective I did with other befriended bloggers. Is she wrote an article how she played through the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time with her stepson, and it started to create, not only to create a bond with her stepson, but it also taught her stepson to appreciate retro games. And in that article, she not only shared nostalgic memories of her playing the game for the very first time, but she also shared how it started to shape a bond with her stepson. I'm gonna ask her right now. Otherwise, I forget I know myself. Kim, where are you? A Bond, you say? A James Bond? 1-1, Blue. Of me saying a certain game series and you making a lame pun. Am I noticing that? Oh, I thought one dude killed another one. Okay. Now, do you want to make a more technical or a more personal article, or both? Since if I'm going to add my personal memories with the series, I'm mostly gonna talk about how I started with the 5th game in the series. And how, as a kid, one of my biggest achievements was to finish the first level in Tomb Raider 5. And that after that I started to play Tomb Raider Legends. And only when I was older I played through Tomb Raider 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, even in that order. Either you're focusing too hard or your mic is muted. I think it's the former.
Sorry, it was the microphone muted. Sorry.
Okay, that's amazing.
I don't know what. I will not go there anymore. I need more health. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I don't know. Regarding your question, I'm not. I've not decided if I want to make it more technical or more personal, but for sure, both aspects I want to cover. What it is here?
Now, the types of articles I personally love to write the most is articles that tell a story. I personally have a few magazines in my cabinet here that are just straight up regurgitated technical knowledge. And that aren't articles to me, those are reference sheets for when I want to look up some technical details about a certain product, computer, or game.
Well, for me, that kind of articles are nostalgia and are really interesting. So,
yeah, I mean, those articles are like the first Tomb Raider game only ran on. No, the first Tomb Raider game had these kind of minimum required specs, and these kind of.
Okay.
I'm talking about that kind of technical things. If we talk more story-based, like the first Tomb Raider engine was very limited because so and so, and if you compare the first Tomb Raider engine with the 5th Tomb Raider engine, this, and this was added throughout the series, that's more interesting. Since there needs to be a hook why people want to read the article and not think it's just a reference sheet with technical information. At least that's my opinion. I'm quite sure that some people love to read just technical stuff.
Man, it's impossible here with the amount of health I have.
I honestly think it's impossible killing every enemy.
So what do you propose? Because I've tried everything. I've tried to run, and I'm not able to survive. Also down there.
Where do you need to run to?
You didn't look at the stream because I'm doing the same thing in the last 10 minutes.
I was also looking at chat and such.
No, it's impossible. I feel that I have so little health.
We noticed that throughout this whole game.
Yeah, but
we had quite a lot more in the in the first game.
You cannot compare them on many points of view, but yeah, there are 10 times more enemies in this game.
There I have you. This is an interesting point to talk about. You know what? I'm going to open our shared Google Sheet, and I'm gonna write some things down. Google Docs, I mean, not Sheets. Since Sheets is the Excel version.
Ah, fuck. I tried everything. Come on. Okay. How did I survive this?
No. Was this a reference to yesterday? Yes, it is.
No, it's 0. Of course. Man, what the...
Monk Raider. Tomb Raider. Shaolin Monks.
Okay, I will go someplace else.
Holy shit, congrats, Kovic. He just improved the speed run by 11 seconds. That's a lot.
For the entire game, or
No, Canyonlands, one level. It's an ILS, individual level speed run. I haven't gotten too much into
congrats?
the fix me %, but it's basically abusing glitchy behavior from a level from a cheat. There is a game. Words, I can speak them. There is a cheat in the game called Fix Me, and that's mostly when you get Indy into a soft lock position to get him out of it. You can actually get him to soft lock if you do the revolver glitch in the early start of Babylon. If you do it badly to get up the ramp, you can have Indy either rolling in place or getting stuck to one of the sides. Now, if you use the cheat Fix Me, for example, when you are climbing up with the whip, you can start flying to a degree.
I think I did it. No, at one moment, no? During our streams.
Yeah, Kovic told that, if I remember correctly. And now, when a new runner came into the Discord and proposed to make that a separate category, abusing that glitch everywhere, the Fix Me % was born. That's basically a bit of the history. Which brings me to another question. Will you bring up speedrunning in the article?
No, from my point of view, I mean, I don't have enough experience in this, and I think it's a really big subject for, especially for Tomb Raider games. So, if you want, yes, but I'm not in the position to comment about this, not yet.
These things are what I meant by defining scope is
Okay, so this move, rotating around your enemy, I'm not sure how it was, or if it was possible with tank controls, to be honest, because I don't remember doing this with tank controls. I mean, doing something, I mean, when you are targeting someone to move around him, because it's almost like a hack if you have the space to do it.
It's basically Z aiming from Ocarina of Time. Now,
I mean, you should know, because you played a lot of custom levels, if this move is possible in the normal engine, normal version of the engine.
I'm gonna pass on that one. It has been quite some time since I really played. Blue says it's possible on tank controls. You just have to move different. You just have to move differently. Now, Kovic and Samslab made the category. Kovic, Blue Screen, and Samslab made the category together, and yeah, they made the Fix Me % a separate category because the glitch was too much fun but it also abuses a cheat, so it wouldn't be right to use in a normal any percent. That's something that happens a lot in speedruns when the game mechanics change so much that they make a separate category for it. Like, for example, in Minecraft, when piglin bartering was introduced, when you can get gold to get very nice items like ender pearls, which is a very needed item to finish Tomb Raider. What am I saying? To finish Minecraft. A new category was born, and it's something that happens quite a lot in speedruns. Like, it's like Chris is saying, in those cases, it's always wise to create a separate category for it. Now, another example I could give is if camera angle. Now, another example I could give, if we would allow, is it Tomb Raider? What? Are you seriously gonna have a locked room that you need to open with a key just to get another key?
It seems so.
This, ladies and gentlemen, it's what we call padding. Now, another example I could give, if we would allow runners to play with the invincibility cheat on, that would make a separate category with the same reason Kovic said earlier in chat, is it's abusing a cheat. It can be fun to abuse a cheat, but it should be a separate category then. Now the other item, is it me or is that a wish type Quake symbol?
Well, it's
Well.
close.
Now, what I already wrote in or shared Google Docs is that you noticed in Tomb Raider 2 that there are more enemies and less health. That you want a more technical history with nostalgic stories, with also giving an idea of the atmosphere and impact on the gaming industry. Not really focus on speedrunning and something. What the fuck? And something I also wrote is the modern controls. Since you mentioned that quite a few times, and I think it's something we need to mention in the article.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the modern controls. After I hated them at the beginning.
You can be sure I will write a part on some custom levels.
Ah, fuck! I wasn't quick enough.
Chris is saying, looking forward to the crawl-only category. Yeah, that could maybe work, says Blue. Aren't you fucked in the first level, Blue? How are you gonna finish Canyon Lens with crawling only? don't really see how. Ladies and gentlemen, fucky hitboxes. There is a spot. There is a spot blue. You really need to tell me about it. Now, Clement is saying that Chris really enjoys the controls. Now, reverse the names in that sentence, and it's correct. So Chris said, "I'm happy Clement is enjoying the controls now. He seems very comfortable."
Oops.
Good thing, since it was funny that the auto targeting was still targeting the dying guy.
Yeah, this was a problem in the original engine also, I guess.
Now they are talking about how an only crawl category could work. Was that an instant kill?
Man, maybe I need to let them fight each other. I think that's the only solution.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah.
You can fly it. You can fly right from the start to the waterfall and back. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. It's a super hard though. In the original, in the original, as long as you held fire, the camera was locked on the enemy forever, even through walls and stuff. That's a funny detail. I totally forgot about that, Kovic.
So the monks are the winners, or what?
I don't know. It's funny how the eye. Did the eyes also move in the original texture?
Yes, I checked earlier.
It's funny how the flames don't restart now.
Funny and good.
Yes, indeed.
I'm surprised that the monks are the winners, to be honest. I mean, these guys had weapons.
And the other guys had, well, they had pointed sticks in a very different kind of word. What does that magical lever do?
Magical. Where is it? Oh, okay. Okay. What do we have here?
A climbable wall. And I think an enemy. No, that was a mirage, an illusion. Yeah, I think jumping down from here is a death sentence. Now, something you can also focus in Very good question, Clement. Clement is asking, um, which level is more confusing, this level or Shambhala Sanctuary?
What do you mean I'm asking? I think you wanted to say...
Kovic is asking a very interesting question. Which level is more confusing, this one or Shambhala Sanctuary?
They are both confusing in different ways. That one is really confusing because of the way the puzzles work in that level.
Mm-hmm.
This one is more confusing in terms of the map. I guess
Yeah,
it's...
maybe it's a meeting, but I don't find Shambhala too confusing.
Maybe I'm doing I'm confusing things. Shambhala is the one with the river.
No.
Is the one with the clock, no?
Yeah, and the Asgardian at the end.
Yeah, for me it was confusing, that puzzle.
You know what was more confusing for me? The one with the river, the one before that.
That one,
River.
no, because you can map it, so it can be done in a logical way.
Yeah. And apparently, according to Blue, I misspoke. Me and names are hilariously enemies. So, Kovic, if I call you Blue, and Blue, if I call you Kovic, or Clement, if I call you Kovic, or Kovic, if I call you Clement, or any variation on that, don't shoot me. Chris says that Sanctuary is his least favorite level. I have a love-hate relationship with Olmec Valley. And that's because while Olmec Valley is an amazing level, the big issue I have with that level is when my discs stopped working, and when I was a kid, I didn't really have knowledge about how no CD patches worked. So when my discs were scratched enough so that they didn't work anymore, I always got soft locked on Olmec Valley. Either the Boulder cutscenes didn't finish, or finished and Indy was soft locked and couldn't move, or the game straight up crashed. So that's total meeting. While I agree with Chris that Olmec Valley is a dang good level. Kovic says, by the way, have you heard that Linux is going to have a blue screen too? Do you know that Microsoft is replacing the color of some of the blue screens? They are actually making some of them green.
It's a good thing, no? Or what?
I don't know.
Man, maybe they will color code the errors now.
That would be such an amazing idea. Like, driver failures is a red one. No, hardware failures is a red one. Driver failures is a blue one. Window failures is just a black screen. Fuck that. A green screen is something you can recover from.
Man, I opened this door for what? Ah, okay.
Linux getting a blue screen of that is actually a good thing. Yeah, I agree with that, Kovic, since during my education, my bachelor's to have a computer science degree, I actually got my virtual machine. Kovic is typing out what I wanted to say about now is I got my virtual machine to kernel panic a few times. Since what I didn't know back then is one of my memory sticks was also faulty. Um, it was sometimes flipping bits out of nowhere. And it started to kernel panic. And like Kovic is saying, and I want to say, you don't get any obvious messages when your whole OS locks up,
Mm.
which is bad.
1 minute break.
Yeah. So I totally understand that it's a good thing that is being implemented at blue screen. Now I'm actually gonna look up about Microsoft changing the colors of the blue screen, since for some reason I hope I didn't remember an April Fool's article. Holy shit. I mean, holy shit. I found an article that just clearly explains how you can choose the background of the blue screens in Windows. You just need to change some some, not even some registry keys. You need to change system.ini. Oh, only in Windows 2000 XP and 2003. It wouldn't surprise me if you can do that in later Windows versions. Oh, okay. What I'm reading again now, so it's a bit of, I'm not gonna say a false memory, but a wrongly remembered um, memory is they experiment with changing the color, but somehow they didn't like it and they changed it back to the original method. I remember the red screens of that when Windows Vista, aka Longhorn, was being developed. So that was interesting. But yeah, that's also a whole rabbit hole to go down. Now, without Clement's camera working today, I can't tell when he is back, so I can't time my stories perfectly when he's sitting back down. So I could just start to improvise and say things like this to try and hope he sits down when I finish my sentence, and then it will be very funny. But I don't think I'm gonna be very lucky today. Maybe now. Um, so guys, I hope you are enjoying the stream and every sound and video quality is good. I'm not really hearing complaints in chat, so that's a good thing. Um, Also, next week we will be back at our usual 3 streams a week schedule, um, which will be fun, very much fun. And I am looking forward to that. There are also going to be other games after the 2 we are playing now. But we are still in discussion in which order we are going to play them. So, but Clement wants to also have a spin-off stream, a one-off stream with some games like Exit 8 and Platform 8. There are a few others, and they are very interesting. What I really like about those is that they always change the formula somewhat. Now, the movement of the camera can mean either Clement is back or his cat got his controller.
I'm back with the cat.
Speaking of that, I think I hear my cat scratching at my terrace door, so give me a moment.
Okay, so I got something from there. Should I go on the other side? Here? No.
There we go.
Neko, you know what's funny? When
Tell me.
you were on camera, Lara didn't move. When you were out, she moved.
Yeah, I don't always am lucky with the girls. I know.
Okay, it seems that I need to open that door and try to kill. Let's see, I have one more health kit now.
No, this level is admittedly very confusing since it's not really very clear what the objective is.
No, I need to... There was a room with a lot of sockets for this prayer wheels, I guess.
Oh, yeah. But I think there were more missing than one.
A lot more. I think 4 or 5. But I'm not sure. Maybe you can switch them.
We shall see.
Yeah. To be honest, it's so confusing. I don't even know where that room is. Maybe here. I think it's
Something
here.
cryptic level design.
Okay. Nothing happened. Okay, so I need to find all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more. And then maybe we'll have a puzzle
The
with all
former
of them.
situation.
Yeah.
I was before blue for a bad word pun.
So you cannot switch them. I didn't try. One. If I can take it back, but I don't think so. Yeah, no. Okay. So it's a big level, it seems.
Obviously, yeah. And the name of the level is something temple.
Monastery, I think. We have a gold secret behind the statue.
Yeah.
Not sure how I can get it.
Blue screen says, sorry, the puns are out of order. Back order them, Blue, since sometimes a good pun can be good. I think blue screen has experienced the blue screen. And he's back. And insert the beam, and he's gone. Okay. Troy was able to get his dish of food off the feeding plate. Now he is walking through my whole living room with it. I'm not gonna put it back on his feeding plate since if you interfere with Troy while he's eating, he gets very irritated.
Oh, God.
All right. It looks like here was the room where you got those two jewels to put in the sockets.
Okay, so I'm finished here.
Yes, you are.
Funny that you had to go through these traps only to see that you can get something from here.
This is what we call debated. I still find it a bit sad to see that this game is so dark in the remake.
You want me to update the brightness?
No.
Let me know if you think there's something wrong with the brightness.
That's not. I'm talking more generally.
No, because in the first streams we really had a problem with the brightness.
You know that I have the stream open always on my second monitor, so it's bright enough. Chris says, it's so interesting how minimalistic the sound is for this game. Imagine how noisy a modern game would be.
I actually agree with Chris on this. I think they oversaturate the games with sounds nowadays.
But is that a bad thing?
It depends on the game.
Good.
It could
Good
be.
answer. Since, for example, in the article I wrote yesterday about Cave Diggers 2, is that game doesn't have sound effects for everything. So you barely get any feedback, for example, when you swing the hammer. No sound effects, nothing. And that's a problem. I don't mind if you oversaturate your game with sound effects, but I personally have a problem when most sound effects aren't used to communicate something to the player. I agree, Chris. It's very, very different. Blue says the game was always very dark. Chris says the colors are just a bit washed out, but I think it's not that's not fixable.
It is, because on my screen they aren't washed out. So it's maybe something on the OBS settings.
They aren't washed out on my screen, so I personally think it's something on Chris's side.
Maybe Chris upped the brightness when we streamed our first streams.
Yeah, possibly. Thinking about it, you can probably distinguish an older game and a newer one by just listening to it. That's a very dangerous statement to make. Since I disagree. I'm not saying nowadays they don't oversaturate games with sound effects. I'm saying that it really depends on the game. Like, with a modern Call of Duty game, yes. but I know some games from the past that were very noisy.
In my opinion,
Like take a Pokemon game.
the games had better sound design in the 90s, and they also had hardware support for 3D effects, not 3D FX, 3D effects. Something that we
No,
lost nowadays, and
that's
it's
that's
not
nostalgia a
nostalgia.
bit talking a
No,
bit.
no, it's something technical. I mean, we had Aurel Vortex,
No,
which
no. I mean the first part.
which part?
That there is better sound design in the 90s. Since
From the
something
point of view of 3D sound, this is what I wanted to say.
that's another discussion.
I
Yeah.
mean, the quality of sound in Half-Life, for example, with a hardware accelerated Aurel Vortex card, it's amazing. It's something that you didn't hear, and not even Creative supported with AIX. AIX, it's much inferior through the to Vortex technology. That's why in the end they bought Vortex Creative and killed this.
Chris says, and this relates to what you were saying, is I don't mean to say that modern games sound worse, but it's just very different also talking about the quality of the samples, etc. Now I'm gonna make some statements, and I'm quite sure some people will disagree with me on this one, but let me be very honest and say how I look at things. Yes. When I notice people talking, games were better, quote unquote, in my day, or they had support for X, Y, and Z back then, or the samples nowadays aren't good, is in psychology. No, when I had my education to become an elementary teacher, I got psychology, and one lesson that stuck with me is the things you grew up on, you automatically put on a pedestal. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing. It's something psychology people notice that, for example, when you look now at videos from parents, letting them watch videotapes, for example, or let them listen to vinyl discs. The kids these days say it sounds awful, while to our ears it sounds better. It's part also psychology that's happening here. Now, am I saying that we lost something, or that the old support, the old way was better, or the newer way is worse? I think what Chris is saying in chat is a very nice point. Is the approach is a very different. They make realistic sounding soundscapes, and in the 90s there were huge limitations. Is the big issue is nowadays is that the jump in technology isn't very big anymore. Like, if I'm very blunt, if you compare the highest fidelity looking games on a PS4 to the highest fidelity looking games on a PS5, I honestly barely see a difference. I can't tell you why a certain game wouldn't work on a PS4 that's being released on a PS5. And the jumps in technology in the 90s were much higher. Like, compare um, the visuals and the things you can do of that's not really 90s, but it's just to make my point, of the first Nintendo Entertainment System with its Super Nintendo. That jump was a huge leap. Compare then the Super Nintendo with the N64. And those jumps are more substantial and they make more memorable, since you're like, this is almost an alien technology jump. Like, how the fuck are they now able to do this? It's just a different way they are creating games, visuals, sounds, and everything. Like, I remember when we were playing through Half-Life Ray Traced, when I made the statement that I don't give a care about ray tracing. I still stand by that statement. I'm not gonna restart that discussion now. But
I agree with most of things that you said, but it wasn't about this. I mean, it was strictly about how the sound was made in the 90s, specifically at the end of the 90s in 3D games, and how it is made now. And this is something that you can check, that it was better back then than it is now, technically, because they used better algorithms. And I'm sure that you didn't check a game with Aural Vortex hardware acceleration. So AIX is nothing to compare with. Even AIX is something that you try to have when you play an old game. But what Vortex had was really, really cool.
Now we come to another part of the discussion I want to make is, I know, and that was very apparent in the ray trace discussion, is I don't really mind getting the highest fidelity sound effects, visuals, etc. from my games. I just want to be sucked into the atmosphere. And I know you and Kovic, for example, are people who love to tinker with their games to make them run even more smoothly, or the example you're giving, that certain old sound cards had a wider range of possible frequencies they can push out.
No, I didn't say this. I said that they are using 3D algorithms, professional 3D algorithms, which are not used anymore. So it's not that they were wider or not.
I will rephrase in saying having more technology in them than modern sound cards. The issue nowadays is that the people who are audiophiles, or people who really make a point of having that kind of sound, are not in the majority, or in the minority. And today's economics work with we are only gonna develop for the majority since that's where the money is. And that's also part of the problem. Times are different, and is it better or worse? Let's just say they improved in certain aspects, but you lost things in other aspects. Something I personally feel the gaming industry lost these days is, and thankfully indies are taking up the slack, is I feel that AAA games coming out these days are playing it too safe. There is barely any experimentation. Every AAA game has some sort of season pass or lots of DLC lined up or microtransactions up the ass. Or try to go with trends that nobody is asking for just to appeal to kids and sell millions and millions on merchandise. And experimental games like Exit 8 or other games that push the genres or do something very different, like Stanley Parable, for example, or Phasmophobia, or heck, even the early Tomb Raiders that push the envelope. That's dying. And that's something I'm missing. Like, when I played, I'm a very big fan of the Age of Empires series. I'm not good at the Age of Empires series, but I love playing them. But when I played Tomb Raider 4, Age of Empires 4, I was like, this is just Age of Empires 2 in a pretty skin. With some new mechanics. I was like, what's unique about Age of Empires 4? To this day, I still have difficulty answering that. But oh well, that's me ranting again. Let me guess, you're muted.
Yes. But I wasn't talking, so I didn't lose anything. I have no idea of how I can get past this area.
Yeah.
It's
Now, one thing is clear, you need to climb up that ladder. In the back there, since opening the
no, I need to open that because that's the only solution to kill this, to open, so the other guys are coming here and they fight between them.
Okay.
But I don't have time. I don't have any chances to stay here after I open this.
Just from what I was saying, is in chat they are saying is, from the very beginning I didn't mean to say that one is better than the other. If I gave off that impression in my whole discussion in saying that one is better than the other or one is worse than the other, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention. So let me clear that up for you. I am just trying to make a point that yes, things are different, but if it's worse or better, it shouldn't really matter, in my opinion. That's besides the point. And then Blue said there is basically no difference between the PlayStation 4 and 5. That the difference is very minimal. And good luck with playing the FIFA games. I only have a few FIFA games in my collection. I think 3 of them, which I want to keep it that way.
I agree with Blue Screen and you about the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. I mean, I know someone that is saying that basically PlayStation 5 is the best PlayStation 4. Best version of PlayStation 4.
It's the Wii and the Wii U all over again.
I don't know. I wouldn't make this comparison.
The only big thing is what I hear is that the controller is better, but people thought that the Wii U tablet was just a new controller for the Wii. So, but yeah, I would call that's bad luck. That's just bad luck. I would call the PlayStation 5 like the PS4 Ultra, like your friend.
Yeah, it is.
Not calling it the PS4 Pro, since I own a PS4 Pro.
I'm not even sure how many exclusives are on PlayStation 5. I'm not sure there are 10.
That's a good question.
I mean, not the console exclusives, but games that you can play on PlayStation 4. It's Demon's Souls, of course, and some of the new games which are demanding, which are working only on Series X and PlayStation 5. But there are not that many, I guess. And already PlayStation 4 is one of the longest generations.
Some Final Fantasy games, according to Games Radar.
Yes, the remakes. The remake of Final Fantasy VII.
And remasters of PlayStation 4 games.
Yeah.
Like the original Spider-Man remastered. Here is a very controversial take. I don't like Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. I think it's not that good.
I played the first one, which is also on PlayStation 4, and I finished it.
I stopped playing it after 10 minutes.
No.
It didn't feel right.
I don't know, but I don't remember if I played it on PlayStation 4 or 5.
Thank you, Chris, for confirming that there was no misunderstanding, or if there was a misunderstanding, it's all fine now. Also, there are exactly 5 exclusives. That's why it's called the PS5. And also in 2025, people owned it. That's very fair. I have a funny story about that. Back when the PlayStation 5 released, one of my co-workers wanted to have a PlayStation 5, and it was a ride and a tradition that's somewhat popular here in Belgium and the Netherlands, but also has a version in Romania, which is Saint Nick. Saint Nick, compare it to Santa Claus, but more with a biblical background, and you have the idea. Now, one of the traditions here is that you then, at the eve of Saint Nick, you put your shoe out with either sugar cubes or a carrot in them. Why that is because in the biblical story of Saint Nick, Saint Nick came across I don't exactly remember if it was a wounded soldier or a beggar. I will leave that one in the middle. Is he ripped off his mantle and gave it to the freezing person. And Saint Nick that was riding a horse back then. Now, in the myths we tell children is that Saint Nick walked across all the rooftops at night on Saint Nick's Eve to give presents to the children. But because he comes with his horse on the rooftops, we need to leave out something to eat for the horse, and that's either sugar cubes or a carrot. So the most creative picture you could send into a Belgian web shop of a carrot in a shoe would win a PlayStation 5. Now, I don't really have a lot of carrots in my apartment. I love to eat carrots, so what I had back then was actually like those little pots you can buy with pre-made carrots in the supermarket. And I put that one in my shoe. Sadly, I didn't win. Also, Chris is saying, I'm surprised that we don't have a release date for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's supposed to be released this year, but it's already July. If it's not released on during the holidays, and I mean Christmas and everything like that, it's gonna be for next year.
You want to know a funny thing? I don't know how many of you are using Game Pass. I know that you don't, but lately I'm using Game Pass. So Xbox, I mean, Microsoft announced that they will raise the price quite a lot for the Game Pass, and they will add a new tier. So they now will not offer day one releases on Game Pass if you don't pay more, basically. So if you don't have an active Game Pass and you don't stack up some months in your plan, you will not be able to play day one games at the usual low price that we are used to on Game Pass. And basically it will be $20 from now on.
A month.
A month, yeah. And it's Netflix all over again. It's the Netflix of games, and they will continue raising prices. And everyone was expecting this after they bought all this, especially Activision, because they cannot afford to lose so much money from the Call of Duty games, offering them as a day one access on Game Pass.
Microsoft is indeed playing a dangerous game now. I told this in earlier streams, but Sony is as well. Sony burned also a lot of bridges. Do you remember, or do you know about the Helldivers 2 and the Ghost of Tsushima controversy?
Yeah, of course. And also I heard that Helldivers 2, it's quite bad nowadays. You know
It
that?
lost 90% of its player base.
Yeah.
For the people not in the loop, I will give a summary of the events, and I literally mean a summary. Since I watched it all go down with one of my favorite streamers, Pirate Software. So, what happened? Is when Helldivers 2 first released, there was a little note in on the store page that PlayStation PSN accounts would be mandatory to play the game. Now, because Arrowhead, the developers of Helldivers 2, didn't take the popularity of the game into account, the authentication servers or the authentication method for PSN accounts just overloaded, and they temporarily disabled that requirement for several months. Now, a few months ago, Sony, through Arrowhead, said they are going to re-enable that PSN account requirement. Now, what is the problem here? The problem is that in about 170 countries, it's impossible to buy or interact with the PSN store. So you can't even make a PSN account. A few countries are even European, like the Baltic states. Now, this caused quite an outrage, and Helldivers 2 got review bombed to hell and back. Now, something else sneaky happened is what Sony basically did is, and I'm going to look if I still find the link very easily. Got it. Is what Sony did is actually delist the game on Steam for all the 170 countries that couldn't make a PSN account, and then publicly announce that the requirement to link a PSN account is going to be rolled back. So all the countries that can't make a PSN account can't buy the game, or can't play it either. But you don't need a PSN account to play the game. As proof for this, I present you Steam, a website that lists everything in the Steam, and you can see about now 173 countries. Like, I'm gonna pick a few at random here, like Belarus, almost all the French colonies, Serbia, Somalia, Morocco, Ethiopia, Egypt, Monaco, Montenegro, Kazakhstan, Jordan, so on and so forth. I mean, you can look at the link and see the 173 countries that are banned. And even things like Pakistan and Vietnam can't play Helldivers 2. Isn't that funny? Now, while all this shit was going on, you know what Sony did on the pre-release on Ghost of Tsushima? The same fucking ban. On a bloody single-player game. and it's still not fixed. So the only guy who is not burning bridges is Nintendo. Oh wait, they burn bridges. They banned certain controllers from official Smash Bros tournaments. They even disallowed that custom ROM hacks could be played at those competitions. ROM hacks that fix bugs in years-old games. But yeah, the EA is not burning bridges. Oh wait, they want to put ads in a $60 game from now on. Oh, but Ubisoft is surely staying out of the clear. Oh no, they are getting into a controversy since they are adding in the latest Assassin's Creed an African samurai.
You know, there is a...
That's historically correct, by the way.
Yes, but now it's a movement to make Ubisoft cancel this game.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm referencing.
I don't know what I can do anymore. I don't know how to get this secret. You have any idea? I don't know how to get up there.
Yes. Yes, because I remember how to get the secret. It was just a jump from down there, a backwards long jump.
From down, okay. I need to go down, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this, if I cannot do anything else.
Now, the big issue nowadays in the gaming industry is there is too much money involved and too much bigwigs and too much politics. Now, Blue says in chat that throw copyright takedowns, that Nintendo throws copyright takedowns. Here's the thing, and this I learned from Pirate Software, and it's something I didn't know, is a lot of creative works for Nintendo fans say that it's protected by the fair use law. Now here's the thing, fair use doesn't exist in Japan. It's not a thing in Japan. So Nintendo, a Japanese company, is well in its right to actually do all those takedowns that could be considered fair use in Japan, in America or Europe. Which I'm saying not to defend Nintendo in any sort of way. I am just giving you this information to make your own conclusion.
So, Neko, how do I make this jump here?
I have to be honest, I don't exactly remember anymore. I seen a long time ago a Let's Player do this.
I did it!
And exactly do that. I think it only works from the other side.
It's even
Now
the
what?
gold one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but now I don't know how to continue. So I found 2 pieces. I still need to find 3 in this room.
You sure it's 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this on the left side is complete, and now missing 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I still have 1 gemstone, which I don't know where should I use it. And I have an area, I don't know how to proceed with some traps. Let's go there.
Yeah.
And I think I have even another area. Let me check. I remember now. Here on the right.
Do I still need to be here to help you?
No, I was just talking to myself.
I'm. You know, I said that very sarcastically.
Okay, this goes up there where I took 1 key. I think.
You know what is another controversy? Something I feel very mixed about, and yes, I'm gonna talk about it. Is when people localize games, certain things get censored, and most likely those certain things are nudity here in Europe and the USA, or let me just say, sometimes women's balcony sizes, if you catch my drift. To say it more directly, boob sizes. Now, there is this game called Stellar Blade, and in there, Sony did a lot of censoring of the fan service, which I personally don't have a strong opinion about. But people are review bombing Stellar Blade for that. And to those people, I say, get a life, preferably a partner.
Get a life, yeah. I need another life. Man, I know that I talked about this on our Commandos stream about censoring the games, because we want to play Commandos 2, and there is a Commandos 2 re-release, and of course they censored all the Nazi signs and stuff like this, but they had only 1 international release. So basically these signs are by law forbidden only in Germany, for my knowledge. But because they
same here too, yeah.
Because they didn't do separate version for Germany, they were lazy basically, and had only 1 international version for Commandos 2 HD. They censored basically for the entire world this, and I think you agree with me that you lose a lot of atmosphere by doing this.
First, I will say what I said yesterday. I mean, it would be amazing if they made a toggle for it so you could have the original or not and have like geolocation, and then when you play the game in Germany, you can't edit the toggle.
I think you
Now,
cannot do this by law in Germany. So basically, you are not allowed to have any content on the disk or on your distribution. So you cannot do it with a toggle. You need to completely eliminate it from the German version.
I am going to look more into that, since I'm not too. I know it's forbidden by law, but I don't exactly remember the finest details. So I will, to avoid spreading misinformation, I'm going not to comment on that too deeply. The other thing is, and this is how I see things, is I don't think the devs are lazy. That's a very difficult point to prove. Is it can also be possible that the higher ups don't want the studio to spend more resources maintaining two separate versions, since that's what it basically is.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's better to say it like this. Yeah.
Yeah, but it can be also pure laziness. Like, why do we need to make two versions? It can be a bit of both. So, but then you also have things like when the whole review bombing of Helldivers 2 happened. You know what they discovered during one of Pirate Software his streams? One of the main community managers on the Arrowhead Discord was actually making fun of some of the people complaining about the PSN requirement. And that's because A, he wasn't trained to do public relations, and B,
No.
here is the kicker. He didn't know the game couldn't be played in 170 countries. That was news to him. So train your staff, people. You want me to have a walkthrough just on standby?
I will go to that area to see if you have any idea.
Okay.
Here I don't think I have anything.
Also, you want to know something else very interesting in today's economic climate? I recently read an article that, get this, that in the last few years, Steam users have spent over $1.2 billion on unplayed games.
So it's a surprise for you or what?
No. It's a surprise that it's that high, but now, Steam is very popular. A few years ago, you could say it's a monopoly, but now you have every studio under the sun having their own storefront and launcher. Like fucking Discord had for a while its own game store.
Somehow.
But you know, there is one big game store that's always in the red.
GOG.
No. Epic.
Well, they just want market share for the moment, I think.
And those free games you get, the publisher always gets paid. Well, not only the publisher, I also think the developers. They all... Epic Games is bleeding money with the Epic Store. It's all that Fortnite money that's keeping them afloat.
Ah! Okay.
And for the record, yes, there is a Tomb Raider skin in Fortnite. Yes, it's ugly.
I don't know, Fortnite, it's outside my bubble. So,
You know what I mean with the Battle Royale?
I know about the game, but I don't have any intention of playing it.
Same here.
I don't know how I should proceed.
Just for some nightmare fuel. There is also an Indiana Jones skin in Fortnite. Have sweet dreams, Indiana Jones fans.
I did it somehow.
And yes, I agree, blue screen. I can't wait for the sequel. Fourth day. And I can't wait for the sequel after that, like, Fortnite, give us all your money, bitch. And then after that, it's just Fortnite, the eternal subscription.
Okay, I have a new key.
Now, Just out of curiosity, I asked some of the students at the secondary school, or if you're from America, the high school I work for, what they think about Fortnite. I noticed that Fortnite is only popular with young kids, and I mostly don't see it installed on laptops of the students of my school. So I think if they don't innovate, it's gonna die. But I can be proven wrong on that, and then I gladly eat my words. Mommy, how did Daddy die? Well, he got squished by a door while he was visiting the temple. This is what we call a literal tourist trap. Alright, let's see. Now the question is where to go next. The only thing I will say, I opened Tomb Raiders.net on my second monitor, just the homepage. So if you need it, the walkthrough is a few clicks away.
I don't need it.
What was my sentence?
If.
Ah.
Uh,
So what do we have here? It's quiet. Too quiet.
hmm.
Oh, Chris is going to bed. Good night, mon ami.
Good
Good
night,
night, meine
Chris.
Freunde. Or to say it in correct German, Guten Nacht, meine Freunde. It's quite too quiet, Peppy from Star Fox. So Blue already made a few word puns in chat, so I need to catch up on something from the beginning of the stream. I think if I say Desperados, 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 we are again in the same boat.
Ah.
He got a headache, so you exploded him.
Ah.
Humpty Dumpty did the fall. Humpty Dumpty broke it all.
Oh God. I didn't
I'd be
save.
back.
I don't believe I didn't save.
I'd be back. I know a game that plays like a blue screen. It's called Fortnite. Just a reaction to something Blue said in chat. And I mean the technical term of blue screen. How long ago have you saved?
No. I don't want to waste health.
Was that a popping texture glitch earlier?
I wasn't paying attention to that.
Let me guess. You are contemplating to restart to get more health.
No. It's such a strange area.
Yeah. Are you gonna give the bird an explosive treatment again?
No, because I changed the weapons since then. And I want to check what's down here.
Flare.
There's
Nothing
nothing.
special, it seems. Hmm? Just some set dressing, most likely.
Okay. For me, this is not, of course, the game of the year, but is the game for which I'm most happy that it was released this year.
Yeah, you know how I define my game of the years in my
Yeah,
articles? I'm already building a list. And I haven't played enough of Tomb Raider, the remastered, to consider putting it on the list. And I'm not gonna reveal my candidates just yet.
no, for me, it's not even a candidate. It's something else. I mean, I'm objective enough to understand that it cannot be the game of the year, but it provoked me a lot of
And
happiness. The
but
release,
and
this release,
why can't it be the game of the year?
is not that good compared with other games, maybe. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of nostalgia involved for me. You know that we discussed this. There are not a lot of young players which are covering this game.
Well, because there is more marketable content that's being able to shut down their throats. The big issue with the younger generation is and I noticed that when I did a lot of interim work at elementary schools, is when a series has a lot of merchandise, it has a higher chance of getting popular with the kids. Tomb Raider doesn't have a lot of merchandise, and that's the problem.
That's an interesting explanation.
Also, when they have a cartoon show like the Lego games popped off after cartoons on TV like Lego Ninjago started airing. If you want to appeal to young kids, you need to shove the content down their throats. It's a very rough way of saying it, but it's something I observe.
Ooh, I have a new thingy.
Yeah. And if you say it a bit wrong, a dinghy, you have a boat. Lara Croft and the dagger, if I shoot you in your motherfucking mouth. That's this game.
Okay, we still need to find
I still find it funny that some people can beat this game without taking bloody damage.
Yeah, Tomb Raider 2?
Yeah. Oh, that was a pop-in for sure. That was like, oh yeah, there were dead enemies here. Boop. Now you see the shadow on the floor there at the bottom.
Yeah.
I still find it funny when games have things like that. We as programmers know why it appears there. It's because we programmed it like it needs to cast a shadow. But we sometimes forget that other things also need to cast the shadow.
Ah.
So, Clement, you are trying not to get damaged quite a lot, right? Blue Screen asks, but what about emotional damage? I think most people get that when playing any game.
Really? I don't. On the contrary. In my case. I mean, if a game doesn't relax me, I quit playing it.
For me, it depends. Since a game can be also, I will call it the Dark Souls effect. Like games being so difficult, so that you need to try it over and over and over and over and over. Definition of insanity over and over and over and over again.
Definition of insanity is over and over and over again the same thing, expecting different result.
Yeah.
But
but when it's fun to do, I don't really care. But I don't find dying over and over and over again very rewarding.
come on.
Emotional
Damage my
damage.
emotions.
And then we can go into a whole debate in, oh, the young generation of today with their emotions, they are snowflakes, they can't stand a simple joke.
How did I do the first time?
Blue Screen, I know the video you are referencing. I will, to prove it to you, I will do this. Emotional damage! but he says it more delayed. It's Stephen Ho, I think, the original creator. So, just curious, Clement, since I mostly know from people looking at their body language. Are you tired or are you fine?
I am a bit tired, but I want to
Okay.
finish this level.
I'm not tired at all, but because I don't have the visual indication, I'm asking. I need
You
to
are
sneeze.
in a vacation mode or mood.
Yes, I am. I have to be honest. Yesterday after stream, I was awake until 6.
Oh,
That's a very fair thing, Blue. That you sometimes explain jokes just in case, since nowadays some people can't really read between the lines that people are joking. Like, I know during the streams, I usually riff a lot on chats and sometimes you, Blue, but we both know it's just for a joke, and then we have a good friendship. And as a
Neko,
joke, he is now going to say in chat that we don't have a good friendship.
Neko,
So yeah,
Neko, it happened
yeah.
again. Ah,
What
no?
happened again?
I had the impression that one enemy disappeared, but I need to check
Okay.
the stream again.
I will check the stream. So what I was saying is, sometimes it's better to flat out say it, or referencing where you got the jokes, and some people can be pretty stingy in, you stole that from such and such. So, totally fair point. As for me, for example, I can get very triggered is not really the word I would use, but annoyed if people use the content from my blog without my permission. The only thing I don't mind is if you use my blog's content to develop a WordPress or some theme or template. If you use it temporary, go ahead. But if you use it for either a spam site to get clicks from and to get ad revenue, or just to fill my content, which I have also seen, with AI generated crap in the middle. Oh boy. I have written so many DMCA takedown requests. It's become a part-time job sometimes.
Let's see.
Now we still have 2 or 1 left to go.
2.
2. This is the whole beginning.
Yeah, I don't have any idea where should I go, to be honest.
Yeah, the issue with this kind of level is if you would start using a walkthrough now, you don't know where you have been. Um, so you need to skip through the whole walkthrough to see all the 5 locations.
I don't think we need to use a walkthrough.
I am not trying to say or imply that.
Okay, this
I'm
is how I
talking
got up
way more
there.
in general.
There are a few areas which seems that you cannot go through, but maybe you can. I have another key. No.
You still have that socket thing.
Oh, maybe I can use it here.
Would be surprising.
I don't think you can open this door.
Maybe at the end.
Okay, nothing here. Just to make sure that we don't need to go back here. Okay. And this is where we started, I guess.
True. So, can you excuse me for a minute?
Okay, this is the door with the key. Okay, here we go up to the statue, but I don't know how to get up there.
Alrighty.
Neko, do you think we can move this statue somehow?
I don't think so.
Because there is an opening up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to get there. And basically the whole statue, traversing the statue, seems that has this purpose to get there. Do you want me to go there to see if you have to get any idea? Okay. Okay, first we have this area, which is a trap, basically. At least in this moment.
Can you switch over to the old graphic?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's an opening there.
Where? Yeah, it is, but I cannot get there.
Let's try. Let's save here and let's try. I don't believe you.
I've tried multiple times, so I think you need to stop the water there somehow.
Let's keep swimming at the edge.
Ooh! Wow!
Gut feeling, my man.
Okay, we are up here. But oops.
In reality, Lara would be dead from the fall. This is something how you can also create a scary atmosphere without jump scares. Yeah. Is it me or when the monk shouts "I"? It kind of reminds me of one of the early Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb trailers.
Not for me. In this game, health is more important than bullets. In the first one, it wasn't like this. You had enough health.
I already added it to our shared Google Docs.
By the way, I added some more games there. I think we have close to 200 games now.
Yeah, I've seen our Google Sheet. 158. And I think we have a duplicate.
Which one?
Oh, I was honestly quite sure I already put Iron Fury on the list. Apparently I've been wrong.
Okay. That's not fair.
This is what we call in the industry a dick move.
Oh man.
That guy just got deleted.
Oh god. I think we'll have some fire.
Mm-hmm. Now what? Tactical jumping.
Okay, one more.
Save, motherfucker, save. Now, I think if we would expand the Discord soundboard, a button to don't forget to save is something we need to add.
You know what's interesting? Let me see. Ah, yeah, I can move this one. Okay.
And what is interesting?
No, I had the impression that you couldn't open this if you didn't walk and push the block from this side first. But you could because there was another block there. You could
Okay,
go
that's fine.
okay, so now I think the only place that comes to mind, I mean, there are still two places. There is a pool, which seems we can drown it, and also the statue up there. Not this pool. Should I load? I think I will load.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, from where did you get the Freya wheels already?
I got 4 already.
Mm-hmm.
There are only two places left on the statue up there and that pool I told you earlier. And we'll go there.
I think the final gemstone is going to be behind where you the final prayer bead, sorry, is going to be behind the door where you place a second gemstone.
Where is it? So up there, you don't think I can get up there somehow?
No, I
There.
don't think so.
Okay. We have some music now. Something is changed.
So you have found the, or have you already found the prayer wheel behind the?
Don't look in the walkthrough, please.
No, I'm not.
um,
I'm trying to think back and think logically. Besides, I told you I only have the homepage. I was
okay,
blanking
so
on a word.
in this area we
Open
explored. You said that we don't need to go up there. I will go to place.
I said I don't think you have to go up there. Hold on, Troy's being annoying.
Okay, one more minute. And I don't know where we use this second gemstone. Ah.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. He ate a bit too fast and he threw up. And the smell was not that fun.
Okay, this is the pool. You see, we have the stairs here, so basically, I didn't see this until now. Oh, we found all the secrets.
And a lot of ammunition.
Nice. Oh, look, there's a door there.
But how you entered that door?
I
Don't think there's a way
from
through
here,
here.
not from here. Yeah, we need to close the waterfall. Then be able to push this also. But from where?
I'm just thinking back to see somewhere in my memory caves I have memories on how this game, how this level worked.
And
Um, 403, try again later. It's time outing. As in, I'm not really remembering it right now.
maybe that door will be accessible after we open this big door, because
Possible.
it's in that direction, which leaves us with only that option to go up there. Let's go again up there. Maybe you see something which I didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
Was this area was accessible from the beginning, and we didn't do anything here.
Yeah, that jump up there is too high. I think that's an exit place. Emphasis on think.
Um, doesn't seem so. Seems it's just a lever or something there. Maybe if I do a backflip,
Possible.
jump.
Possible. Possible.
No, so
Yeah, not like that. But I know which jump you mean. Like the one where you turn in the air.
uh, it's definitely too high. No?
That's what my gut feeling is saying.
Hmm. Blue screen, did you play this level? Can I go up there?
The chat has been very quiet.
Oh my god, it was possible to get him.
Emphasis on think. And Blue just answered, no.
No, he didn't play. I'm surprised.
Kovic would say yes.
Okay. This is down here.
I made it to the water levels, and then I said, fuck it, and stopped playing.
I understand that Tomb Raider 4 is considered the most difficult one.
Yeah, but it's also considered one of the best.
Yeah.
And also, when you look at the Tomb Raider custom levels, the amount of Tomb Raider 4 levels is just. Well, levels made in Tomb Raider 4 engine is just insane.
Huh? Okay.
In this game, water pressure doesn't exist. The block will never move. Are we serious now? That the whole bloody pool is drained? Just by that? Nah. This is a game sin.
Oh, that's the last one.
For fuck's sake. This feels silly. And something I really, really enjoy is if games hint at things and signpost things like that early viewing window where you can see the two gems. How are you supposed to know that while playing this game? There are some prayer beads behind that. If they wouldn't give the block a more cracked texture, you could see through it and you could see the texture of the prayer cylinder or beads. I don't know exactly how they are called anymore. That would be handy, but that might be just me talking again.
Anyway, in terms of finding all the secrets, we did a perfect level.
I didn't give any hints or anything, or
Yeah.
I was mostly ranting and talking to chat today, so. This was all on you, my man. What opened? Now pay attention. Oh, I was about to say now pay attention that you don't do something stupid and run into a fire.
Well, we didn't do a perfect level because we didn't got all the pickups.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, how
I
are you
traveled
feeling?
15 kilometers. No, we'll end the stream.
Okay, that's fine by
because
me.
I prefer to be at the beginning of a level next time. And for sure, I cannot resist to finish this one. Yeah.
So that will be it for this week, I think.
Yes. But next week we can
will
do
have
3 streams if you can make it on Wednesday.
I can.
Okay, so then we'll have Wednesday. We'll have Commandos, no? Friday Commandos and Saturday Tomb Raider.
Exactly.
Nice. And I don't think we have any Romanian watchers at this time, but tomorrow we'll have a 3 hours premiere video. I worked a lot for this video, so it's 3 hours long.
I have edited the video I edited that was the longest was an hour and 45 minutes, and that took me 2 days. So editing in 3-hour video together, goddamn.
I'm working. I think I have a month, but from time to time. I mean, yeah, I worked at this video. So tomorrow, 3 hours before the final, we have this podcast with a lot of interesting things.
Mhm.
I'm sure at one moment
I
you will watch it when you'll feel better understanding Romanian.
Yeah, I have an. How long is my streak again? Let me check. Duolingo. Um, my streak at the moment is 110 days,
Impressive. I think you
and
could understand quite a lot from the podcast.
oh fuck no.
No?
Um, y- every of those 110 days is between 1.5 to 5 minutes of Romanian Duolingo exercises.
Oh, okay.
And besides saying the very basic things like I have object X in location X, or I eat X, or I have X.
Okay. Oh, anyway, the videos will be there in the future also. So I can wait
Yeah, indeed.
when you'll understand one of them. So to get your feedback.
Oh, you will get it then.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Okay. Thank you everyone for being with us. It was really
Oh,
nice playing
Ha-
this level.
Adam Green just said hello in chat when we are wrapping up. That's
Oh, hello.
well, hello, Adam Green.
We hope we'll see you next week also because we'll continue
Hmm.
this Tomb Raider 2 run, and also we'll play the DLC, the expansion, and Tomb Raider 3 in the future. So you'll find
Yeah,
a lot of Tomb Raider content here.
indeed. Thank you for joining, but it's a shame you just entered when we are wrapping up.
Good night, everyone, and
Good night.
we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye bye.
Bye bye.